name is Amy Benja. I'm a psychology student at the University of New England in Armidale, New South Wales. I'm preparing this presentation today as a component of the Sports and Exercise Psychology subject coordinated by Dr. Dominic McNeil. Today I'd like to discuss the topic of motivation, particularly the self-determination theory. I believe motivation is an important topic in sports and exercise psychology, as understanding motivation can help us to understand why it is that people choose to play a sport, engage in exercise, or participate in a training program. So, what is motivation? Well, motivation is when you are driven towards something, driven to act. You have a desire, an energy, focus on an objective or an outcome. And psychologists have identified two forms of motivation. There is intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is internal. It's inherent in the activity itself. It's enjoyment, pleasure, happiness gained from participating in the activity or from the acquiring of new skills, the attainment of a better level of performance. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is external. It's about the desire to achieve a separable goal or outcome that is separate to the activity. So if we consider the example of someone choosing to play a professional sport or play sport at a professional level, why would they choose to do this? Well, they could be motivated to do it because they enjoy the game. They love playing the sport. They love the excitement, the rush, the adrenaline, or because they like to get stronger, get faster, get better. This is inherent in the activity itself, and so it's intrinsic motivation. Someone else, on the other hand, may choose to play a sport professionally because they want the fame that comes with it, because they want the prestige or the money that comes associated with doing so. And that's what we call extrinsic motivation. So if you consider intrinsic motivation more carefully, there's a particular theory called self-determination theory. Self-determination theory started in about the 1980s, and the key researchers are Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. Central to the idea in self-determination theory is the idea that humans are inherently active and they're intrinsically motivated towards growth. And so if we consider this idea, there are different forms, different aspects of growth. So obviously on the physical side, humans need nutrients and energy in order to physically grow and develop and to become stronger. But on the psychological side, there are also things that humans need in order to grow psychologically. And if humans are able to meet these needs, then they can attain the optimal level of functioning and they can attain psychological growth. So the three needs are autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So let's have a look at these. So the need for autonomy. Autonomy is effectively the need to self-direct, to make decisions, to be one's own agent. Competence is the need to acquire new skills, to attain a better level of performance and a sense of mastery. Relatedness, this is the need to interact with other people, to feel connected, to feel supported and to feel care in a relationship. So let's bring these examples, bring this theory to life a bit. I want to share a personal story of a program that I participated in order to demonstrate self-determination theory in practice. So I took part in a research study. There are about 100 of us, and it was looking at the impact of yoga and meditation on overall well-being. At the beginning of the study, we had to self-report measures around life satisfaction, happiness, energy levels, anxiety and stress. And at the end of the study, we did the same survey, completed the same measures to see what our progress was. And I'm happy to say that at the end of the study, I was 16% more well. My well-being had improved by 16%, and I felt amazing. So in terms of the study itself, we had rules, we had targets around what we needed to complete while we were participating. So we had to attend a minimum of 5 yoga classes in a week. We had to daily meditation session, drink 2 to 3 litres of water a day, get 8 hours of sleep, quality sleep every night, and also keep a daily journal to track our experience as we went through the study. At the beginning, I think I was intrinsically motivated to participate in the study because I knew that I enjoy yoga, and I like the sensations and the physical feelings of participating in a yoga class, of completing a meditation session, and of getting enough sleep. There were some extrinsic factors at play as well. I also wanted to look a lot healthier and a lot more energized than I was at the beginning of the study. So let's look at why it was that I was so motivated to participate in this program throughout the course of the program and also at the end. So firstly, if we look at the first psychological need, the need for autonomy, the key here is that I was in control. I made the choice to participate in the program. I also chose how I participated in the program. So we had to attend yoga classes and we had to meditate every day, but the yoga classes were on every single day, at any time of the day, lots of different studios. And the meditation I could do anywhere, anyhow, any format that I chose. So even though we had targets, I was choosing how and when I did all of my activities. Need for competence. Now, on the physical side, I got stronger. I noticeably got better at yoga. I was able to do more complex poses and I was able to achieve things that I couldn't at the beginning of the program. On the psychological side, through the journaling process, I was able to see how I developed in terms of my competence. So at the very beginning, I found the journaling very hard. I couldn't come up with an affirmation. I couldn't really reflect on my experience and emotions very accurately or sort of carefully. It took me a long time. But with persistence through the course of the program and with persistence of recording things every single day, by the end, I was a lot more competent. I was whizzing through the journal. I had no problem coming up with my affirmation, identify things to be thankful for, and recording my experiences and reflecting on my emotions in that process. Finally, the need for relatedness. As I said, about 100 of us participated in the study, and there was a real sense of community created. The studio themselves got us together for different events. We shared things on a Facebook page. We shared articles. We talked to each other. We answered questions. I also had my best friend going through the program with me, and so we were able to talk about what we were doing. I shared my frustrations with the journaling at the beginning and talked about how I was so happy that I was getting stronger in the yoga poses and I could do things I could never do before. And that real connection and that real support of having others participate and my best friend along with me as well really made a difference. So I was really motivated in this program, and I think on reflection and thinking of the self-determination theory, I've understood a bit more about why it is that it worked, why the program really was successful for me, and thinking of those different needs and how they were each met through the course of the project. So my question for you now is, what is it that is really motivating you at the moment, and could the self-determination theory help you to understand why that is?